little dark. Hello. There we go. It's now not all dark. Good evening, everybody. My name is Osa, and tonight we are on Old Stream Farm with Seasons. And it is just gone 6 o'clock in the morning, and we need to get to work. Because there's a whole lot of stuff we need to do today. Nothing in travel position. Not sure. Yes. Okay. And we should probably put the beacons on. That's good. So, continuing on from the other day, we have 7 fields to plough. We've got 3 of them done so far. We will run across the top. I think we will plough this field north to south. May have to run a strip along the bottom along the fence line. Haha! I tasted corn. Yeah, well, when you're starting seasons, that is the first thing you have to do. Well, strictly speaking, it's not necessarily the first thing you have to do in 19, because ploughing is not a required thing unless you've planted corn lately. Unfortunately, on Old Stream, the 7 fields that come with the central farm plot are all in need of ploughing. So, it's something we're going to have to do on this farm. Yeah, we're going to have to plough the edge of the field with I did forget to check the plough. I probably should have done that before we came out to the fields. Because we kind of spent all of yesterday ploughing, which means that this plough could be in fairly bad condition. Not only do all our fields need ploughed, they also all need limed. But that's not a bad thing at the moment. We are looking at what they call drought conditions. The ground is less than 10% moist. And it's also too cold to plant anything yet. except maybe grass. So right now, ploughing, liming, it's good stuff to be doing. Just have to see how fast we can get it all done. What's going on there? I'm going to be running this playthrough at ×5, so it's going to be about 2 real-time hours or real-life hours per day of game time. There we go. Okay, so I'll run up this side. Oops, let's try that one again. Oh, that's not even straight. What am I doing? It's been a while since I used a plough like this in Farm Sim. Maybe not. Obviously I use a plough like this on law folds. We've just been using the regular subsoilers so far on all my playthroughs in 19. Shuffle over to the left and get that little piece there. Okay. Do another line here. Really making a mess of this, aren't I? There we go. One more from there. Shuffle over again, and hopefully it was a little straighter than it was last time. Well, at least we've got the guidance of the previous row now. Much better. So Mrs. Osa's had a rough week this week, so we're not going with field mounting today. may do some tomorrow night. If not, we'll be back here on Old Stream Farm, and the plan is to run Old Stream, the regular Old Stream slot on Tuesday, plus Wednesday and Thursday. So no trucking this week again. And no Mercury Farm. We're going to try and get as much seasons done as we can, since it's the new thing and I actually enjoy playing seasons. This is a small farm, so we should be able to learn a lot in fairly quick order. And my plan was, I think I'd said before seasons came out, that we would be doing a little bit of practice on a small farm, and then possibly going on a major playthrough, maybe on Oakfield, maybe on one of the other maps. Haven't made a decision yet. I know Oakfield was supposedly submitted for testing on Wednesday this week, and Giant's test schedule basically says testing will be 8 days waiting to be tested. So with any luck we may, and I'm guessing that's business days, so potentially we could be looking at maybe Thursday or Friday this week before Oakfield actually gets off the queue and into actual testing. Lone Oak. There is no Lone Oak map at the moment. And while we've stepped through Lawfolds quite quickly, well, we haven't because of the various demands of my time at the weekend and lack of internet and lack of power. The last session was completing day 3 of winter plus day 4 plus day 5. Once we hit spring, we will be slowing down because there's fields to plough and plant and stuff like that. But potentially there may be Lone Oak Farm by the time we actually naturally finish Lawfolds. But if we don't, then I will need to find something else to do on Saturday. No, Oxygen David submitted Oakfield Farm, I believe it was said, because he's putting the snow mask in so that it's fully seasons compatible. At least that's what I heard. So Lone Oak is probably a little ways off. Plus, I believe he's also doing, is it Sandy Bay and something else as well. So he's got 3 or 4 farms on his to-do list. And so the one thing I haven't heard was him getting Marwell Manor seasons ready. But I don't know if people have got bored with that and moved on or what. But yesterday I finally got to see the teaser video for what was it? The Platinum DLC. So it looks like we're getting a class Lexion. I'm gonna guess possibly the 8900, sorry, which is the brand new big class Lexion that's being reintroduced in real world. I don't know if we'll see the 780 or the 580 because they're both older models. We could also see the 6900 as well, which is the smaller counterpart of the 8900. It also looked like from their coming soon, October 22nd I think it was, if you pre-order you will get the Class Mega or Dominator, which is the small harvester. That'll be kind of handy because I tend to do a lot of small farm stuff, although I have used the Lexion 780 on farms the size of Lawfolds. We've definitely got a view of a Lexion, a Zerion, which is the big four-wheel drive thing. It was a Zerion 5000. Potentially we could get the 4000 there as well because they're the same model, just different engines. And it also appeared that they have the Axion, which is the 800's about 200-250 horsepower, and the 900 is 300-420. Now, I don't know if we'll see both of those models, but we definitely got to see something that looked like an Axion. I didn't see an Arion, which is their small sort of 100-125 horsepower tractor, in the teaser video. We'll also should be seeing the Class Jaguar, which is the forage harvester. We definitely saw a forage harvester. We saw the Draper and the corn header for the Lexion. I believe it's the Torion is the front wheeled loader, and that's another pre-order vehicle. And then a Class Baler, the mowing kit, which includes a butterfly mower and a single mower. We saw those. They do a collection wagon. I don't know if we're going to see those. But most of their equipment is sort of straw, grass, hay handling equipment. And then the big harvesters, the tractors, and the forage harvester. Of course, the next question is where are they going to base the map? Because typically they will base the map where the equipment is prevalent. For Farm Sim 15 we got Sosnovka was the released map, and I believe the equipment was things like the Zeta and I can't remember the other one, but basically Eastern Bloc equipment. For Farm Sim 17 Platinum we got Stara equipment, which is South American, and Estancia Lapacho, which is Paraguayan map. So in theory we should expect to see, I would expect most likely some form of European map, although Felsbrunn is a European map, so I don't know if they'll become more specific and go British, English, Scottish or Irish maps, which seem to have a popular following. So its class is predominantly a European manufacturer. I mean, around where I live we still have class equipment, but I don't see class tractors. It's all baling equipment or mowing equipment, that sort of thing. So I doubt we'll see a North American map or a Canadian map. But, it'll be fun to have a new manufacturer with lots of equipment. Although that said, I still think John Deere has more equipment, or more variety of equipment than Claas does. What are we doing? It's 8 o'clock in the morning already. And we're getting on for halfway through this field. I just leased this plough, so I'll have to take it back when we're done. I mean, basically because this was obviously a neglected farm. If we wanted to roleplay, this was a neglected farm. There's a crop in the barn, where the silos, but all of the fields haven't had anything on them for at least 2 years. They haven't been ploughed, they haven't been limed, so we really have to work hard to get the fields ready for crop this year. Poor little T6 is going to get overworked. I must admit, I'm not actually sure. It appears to me that the maintenance rate is a lot slower with seasons than it is with the base game. Now that could be an apportioned maintenance rate. So if you're playing 3-day seasons, vehicles need maintenance more frequently than if you play 24-day seasons. We're playing 6-day seasons, but it certainly feels like the equipment isn't getting broken as quickly. Probably, as I said, I should probably check the plough. It definitely looks like it's down a little on top speed. Let's have a look. It's the equipment. That's it. Wow, my tractor is the most broken thing. It's down to 91%. That's still not a big deal. But 91% in one day. And we spent pretty much most of yesterday on the field, dragging the plough. I don't know, sometimes it's feel, sometimes it's actuality. But if I wanted to do science, I'd get Mrs. Osa to buy the same tractor and play without seasons, and compare tractor states at the end of ploughing everything. So, she's relaxing doing other things tonight. Thinking I might have to bump up the weights on the front when I'm hauling the tipper, because that thing's heavy. Most of it, but not all of it. Ah, well. But we're certainly making good headway on this job. Field 7 is one of the bigger fields that we own. 5's the biggest, obviously. I completely missed where I wanted to be there. Once all these fields are ploughed, we're really not going to need a plough unless we plant corn or sugar beets or potatoes, I think it is. I may check up on that. I think that's in the help text. plough cultivator, blah blah blah. Is that all you have to say about ploughing? Or was it improving yield? Plough after corn, potato, sugar beets and sugar cane. Okay. Well, we're not going to do sugar cane because the Seasons Geo doesn't support it. It's too cold to plant in England, and the Geo is based in England. Which is why for Lawfolds we don't get 6 days of snow and 20-foot snow drifts up the sides of the barns. No sugar beets. We could do corn, but I don't plan to do that immediately. We could do potatoes and sugar beets, although that is expensive crop to get into because of the price of the harvesting equipment. So again, not happening anytime soon. Seasons, the challenge is to actually make money and keep the money. And we have what's in storage. And that's pretty much it for now, until we get grains growing in the fields. So we have to be very careful with the money we have at the moment. The nice thing about this is I can see through the trees because they don't have leaves. Less incentive to chop them down by the time they have leaves on. We'll be done all of the field edge work. We may still need to do, fertilising and stuff like that. But with that, I don't need to be at the edge of the field. I can use a sprayer with a boom or a spreader with a long throw distance. Wasn't a particularly good turnaround. Those of you who are fans of The Expanse, I believe I just read that it's been extended for the 5th season on Amazon Prime. Which is kind of good because the 4th season hasn't been broadcast yet. I believe that's due around September. I could be wrong on that date though. It's a little bit close to the width of the plow. I think I'm going to have to go up there again though. Backwards, flip the plow. There we go. So we'll go straight from this field to 5, and then run on the back 4 and 3. We'll probably save some money and lease a lime spreader. Keep a spray for fertilization for now. And since we'll need to fertilize probably all 3 times and potentially weed spray herbicide, it's probably more cost effective to keep a sprayer the farmers than it is to run a spreader. Once again couched in the immortal words, at least for now. Once we have a lot more money, we can buy whatever we want, but really this year is all about saving money. Not spending what we don't need to, maximising our crop output. And all sorts of fun like that. The unfortunate thing about the T6 is it's not quite 180 horsepower, which is what we'd need for 6 metre equipment, cultivators, seeders and that like. And this place is hilly, so we're not going to be able to comfortably run any medium-sized equipment. Could have gone with something like a T7, although that gets pricey, and the maintenance is pricey too. So you kind of want to, or as I said, you want to control your equipment costs at this stage. T7 would have been nice, but also I'm not sure a T7 would can provide me with a front loader option. You don't need a front loader. You could use a skid steer or a telehandler, but that's additional motorized equipment that then needs to be paid for. Plowed the edge of that field the wrong way. Pushing the dirt to the left as we go down. it as we go up. It's the cedars that are going to be problems on that undulating terrain on the edge of the field by the road. Plows themselves seem to be fairly well behaved. Side. I'm turning that all sorts of the wrong way. There we go. Might be 2 rows to the right of us. Okay. That's the thing with these ploughs, they're not particularly wide. They are faster than the subsoiler, but there's a lot more messing around with them. So I don't know that you actually save time using one. Okay, let's take a look at that field, see what it looks like.